those of you who don't know, last Sunday, the democratically elected president of Honduras was kidnapped and taken illegally to Costa Rica. Since then, an illegal dictatorship has been established in Honduras. We're here to protest against this dictatorship, which is not only against the people of Honduras, but it's also against all the people of Central America. It's against the people of Latin America. For those of us who came out as refugees from the dictatorships of Argentina and Chile, we know full well that these dictatorships are for the benefit of the multinationals. They're for the benefit of a small group of very wealthy people in our countries who don't want to distribute the wealth, that don't like healthcare, they don't like social welfare for the people. Here with us today we've got a few speakers that are going to talk about what's been happening in Honduras and the massive popular resistance to this illegal dictatorship. Here we have Oscar from the FMLN who's going to say a few words about what's happening in El Salvador and what the latest news is from Honduras.
I want to bring about the Australian. I want to bring about the Australian people about the current situation in Honduras. Last Sunday there was a coup in which the elected president was taken out from power and then was expelled from Honduras and ended up in Costa Rica. At the moment, the repression in Honduras, what we don't see in the common media, which hundreds of people being oppressed, being kidnapped, and also women as well. So the whole world, United Nations, also has raised its voice against the de facto government. So that's why we are here, just to call your attention and just to know what is going on in Central America. Central America is about 6 countries in which everyone will be affected by this situation. This is an old situation which has been happening for years and years in Central America. All the military coups around countries in which they want to bring democracy for their own people. That's why we ask you to be ready for anything which will happen, and then you can raise your voice with our Australian government just to put his voice as well, and also just to bring his voice against the coup in Honduras. However, we are here again just asking you your support and also be and have attention about what's going on. And also we will see about in a few days' time whether the elected president will come back to his own people.
Hi everyone, for those walking past, we want to let you know that there's currently a military coup that has taken place in Honduras. Just on Saturday, the 200 military went and kidnapped the president and then took him and exiled him to Costa Rica. This is basically, you know, a travesty against the people of Honduras. The justification for this coup was the fact that the president wanted to have basically an opinion poll on whether the people wanted to have a referendum on the constitutional changes, and this coup has been backed by the elite in Honduras that don't want the people involved in how the country is run and want to continue the former constitution which has been implemented and written in the 1980s when Honduras was run as like a military regime and used to train up contras against the people of El Salvador and Nicaragua. And we've seen that, in Latin America there has been a shift to the left, and this is, you know, a key thing to actually try and stem the tide of left governments that are willing to actually make changes for the people in the interest of poor and working people in Latin America. And you can see that, you know, with all the Latin American countries have come out and denounced this coup because it's illegitimate, and essentially this coup is an injustice for the people of Honduras, and all countries around the world should come out and declare that they will not actually accept the government that has taken power, and will cut all military, financial, economic links with Honduras, cut any aid going to Honduras. Particularly, we want the Australian government to clearly come out against the coup in Honduras and call for the reinstatement of President Zelaya, who's been deposed, and also put pressure on the United States government to come out clearly as well to say that they will cut all economic and military ties with this coup government until the rightful president Zelaya is actually reinstated. If people don't know, that there's actually a military base that has about 600 US troops in Honduras, and we can see, you know, even though the US is part of the Organization of American States and has been part of that organization, has condemned the coup. It hasn't clearly come out by itself, and Obama hasn't clearly come out and said, we will not support this government that has come to power through a military coup. And it hasn't actually said it will cut all ties with this military government until Zelaya is reinstated. And they should do this. If they really want to, you know, bring the change that they can believe in, Obama should come out and condemn this military coup in Honduras and cut ties with this military government and not give any funding at all to this government. Basically, the Honduras government receives $160 million a year for allowing the US to have troops in Honduras, and they should actually cut any military and economic funding with the Honduran army and with this government that's come to power through a coup. This would cut the base of the coup straight away, and we can see, you know, if there's any support whatsoever, that they can somewhat ride it out. And here in Australia, I think we definitely need to put pressure on our own government to come out clearly and condemn this coup.
There's an attack on democracy everywhere. So we have to protest against this, and we have to ask for the Australian government to also protest. Every other government in the world has condemned this coup. It's an illegal attack on democracy. We've already seen over 600 people detained in Honduras. There's been mass repression.